Good evening. Good evening, my friends. I don't know. Why did you share it there? It automatically goes there, Dion. Okay. Hello, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Hi, Ingrid. I'm going to do a little bit more sharing. Let's see. We're going to try a different one. We're going to try Rock Your Recovery, see if they accept it. But sometimes I have to test out these groups and I'll send one and then they say no. And then I can cross them off my list. Okay. There's the list. That's what I'm doing while the theme song's going. That doesn't include the texting I do. Did everybody else get this update that sucks ass? Did everybody get the yeah, I have T-Mobile. I just got an update and now my phone doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it's like I was in the Zoom meeting, but my picture just kept staying sideways. It wouldn't go right side up. I restarted my phone, came back in, did the same thing. I noticed it was when I went to chat or something and came back that it would do that. But when it came my turn to speak, I said, my name's Dion. I'm an alcoholic and I'm feeling a little sideways today. I'm in a good mood. I should say I'm in an elated mood. An elated. All right. So what do we do when we are feeling elated? What do? Humility. We got to double down. Patricia, good to see you. Good to see you, hon. Yeah. Got a lot of ideas going for the club, and I can't seem to sort them out. But it's nice because I've been waiting for the moment for my brain to kick in with everything, because the club honestly is stuff I've done before. It's a culmination of everything that I've done, everything from recovery to sales. I mean, I've done a lot of different stuff in my life. For a long time, I was an Avaya phone technician, a Lucent technician. I was a phone tech. I know how to put in cable. I know how to do all that stuff, right? Even that helps me. You know, at one point, and because of my drinking, I didn't finish it, but I think I was 2 classes from my Microsoft engineer. 3 months later, I was homeless. So that's how it works, doesn't it? Let's do introductions. We are going to be reading, we're going to start on page 101. Okay, we're going to be reading from the big book, starting on page 101. All right, welcome to the Daily Trudge. The multi-daily, multi-pass, multi-daily. Doesn't work, right? Cadence isn't right. Please say hello whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Get some talking juice and let's get going. I'm actually going to start at the bottom of page 100. Assuming we are spiritually fit, we can do all sorts of things alcoholics are not supposed to do. I don't know who made a list of things alcoholics are not supposed to do, but I guess there is one. People have said we must not go where liquor is served. We must not have it in our homes. We must shun friends who drink. We must avoid moving pictures which show drinking scenes. We must not go into bars. Our friends must hide their bottles if we go to their houses. We mustn't think or be reminded about alcohol at all. Our experience showed this is not necessarily so. If that was the case, we'd all be screwed. We'd all be screwed. And Facebook shoves alcohol in my face all the time. Yep. I've even gone through and said, no, I want these kinds of ads, and I've done all this. Okay? Didn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. They don't care about that stuff. They see you down, they think they can get you. But what they don't understand is if you want to get an alcoholic, get him when he's doing really well. If you want somebody to relapse, anyway. Okay. We meet these conditions every day. We need to. I saw stuff all the time. I watch football. I mean, how much Michelob Light many commercials can there be? I guess a lot, right? So when we start to figure out that alcohol is not the problem, then we change. Okay. Now, it isn't to say there is a key here. There's a key here. Assuming we are spiritually fit. Okay. There's a requirement there. Got to be spiritually fit first. Okay. No, you cannot go to Mexico. But I have 6 months. Trust me, don't go to Mexico. But don't. Unless you are spiritually fit, Mexico is the worst place for alcoholics. Everybody I know that goes comes back with a new sobriety date. All right. An alcoholic who cannot meet them still has an alcoholic mind. There is something wrong. There is something the matter with his spiritual status. There's nothing else. Who removed our drinking? God. So when we go to these places, what should we be bringing? God. Bring God in your hip pocket. Alcohol won't be able to touch you. You do that. Okay. His only chance for sobriety would be someplace like the Greenland ice cap. And even there, an Eskimo might turn up with a bottle of scotch and ruin everything. Ask any woman who has sent her husband to distant places on the theory he would escape the alcohol problem. You can't escape the alcohol problem because you are the alcohol problem. Cannot escape yourself. You can't. See, that's what we're doing with alcohol. We're escaping from ourselves. And now that we're not doing that, we're facing our problems in the light of day. We need to bring a power greater than ourselves in to help us with these things. Okay? We need guidance. I needed a guide. I needed a sponsor. I need somebody who would go through this book with me. That's why I do this quite often. I pick things out of here. We cover them. We talk about it all the time, but we gotta. Right? What about the person that watches the rewatch and has never seen AA? Right? So we got to think of these things. In our belief, any scheme of combating alcoholism which proposes to shield the sick man from temptation is doomed to failure. If the alcoholic tries to shield himself, he may succeed for a time, but he usually winds up with a bigger explosion than ever. We have tried these methods. These attempts to do the impossible have always failed. It's beyond us, and we're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to be okay with it. So, but I'll tell you, once you are okay with it, there is comfort and ease that come with it. That everything, even though life's shit, everything's okay. Because life isn't shit. We can see the forest for the trees. Okay? It means we're becoming a little bit more optimistic. So our rule is not to avoid a place where there is drinking if we have a legitimate reason for being there. That includes bars, nightclubs, dances, receptions, weddings, even plain ordinary whoopee parties. Wow, I just got an idea. To a person who has had experience with an alcoholic, this may seem like tempting providence, but it isn't. Okay? And you're never going to be able to do any of this until you decide to stop hating alcohol. We do that in the beginning so that we can start our journey. That's fine with me. But at some point, we have to stop being angry at alcohol. Are you angry at coffee? Are you angry at soda? Are you angry at water? Then why are you angry at alcohol? Did alcohol make you put alcohol in you? No, that did that. It was this. Alcohol had nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with it. Woo! I've been so the club's opening is January 19th, right? And I was thinking about maybe doing a theme party. I was thinking maybe I could have a whoopee party. Or I could call it the plain old whoopee party, right? Okay. Anyway, you will note that we made an important qualification there. Yeah, you got to be spiritually fit first. Therefore, ask yourself on each occasion, what are my intentions? Have I any good social, business, or personal reason for going to this place? Or am I expecting to still a little vicarious pleasure from the atmosphere of such places? I I never understood that. Getting a weird noise. Hold on. That's weird. My wife's game. It wasn't loud. It's just by the time it hit here, it's putting like a high pitched beep in my ear. So, if you answer these questions satisfactorily, you need have no apprehension. Go or stay away, whichever seems best. But be sure you are on solid ground, spiritual ground, before you start, and that your motive is going is thoroughly good. Do not think of what you will get out of the occasion. Think of what you can bring to it. But if you are shaky, you had better work with another alcoholic instead. What do we call that? Call that a priority. Okay. Your sobriety is number one priority. Number one. Without it, nothing. Nothing. You're going to have to be okay with that. It's something we accept. All right. Bad thing, you know, take a look at people like Michael J. Fox. He got Parkinson's out of frickin' nowhere, man. Look what he did with his life. He still did something with it. These are amazing people. Michael J. Fox he never got his chance to really speak, okay? But the man is so fucking knowledgeable. He is. He is. Okay? He didn't let that stop him. So be a Michael J. Fox, man. Why sit with a long face in places where there is drinking? Me. All right? If it is a happy occasion, try to increase the pleasure there. If it's a business occasion, go attend to your business enthusiastically. Yeah. Have a good fucking attitude, man. Or don't go. What does mom say? If you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, don't say anything at all. Well, if you're just going to go and be a poor sport, don't even bother. Just don't bother because you have no reason to be there. Yeah. If you are with a person who wants to eat in a bar, by all means, go along. Let your friends know they do not need to change their habits on your account. No. At the proper place at a proper time and place, explain to all your friends why alcohol disagrees with you. If you do this thoroughly, few people will ask you to drink. That was my experience. The first time I got sober, none of my old friends asked me to go drink again. They did not want that on their hands. Oh no, they agreed with me. They agreed with me. I was an alcoholic and needed to quit drinking. So, yeah. While you were drinking, you were withdrawing from life little by little. Now you are getting back into social life of this world. Don't start withdraw again just because your friends drink liquor. And you'll find that a lot of times, um, well, I had a couple of friends, and a lot of times we'd go out and they wouldn't drink. But if we go play pool, I was designated driver, and I was fine with that. I didn't have a problem. But I would kick their ass at pool all night long. It pissed. Oh, they got so mad. I'm like, it's because I don't drink, dumbasses. I pay pool better when I'm drinking, obviously. Okay. And this is where we come in right here. Your job now is to be at a place where you may be of maximum helpfulness to others. So never hesitate to go anywhere if you can be helpful. What happens if you go to that party? Let's say you go to that party. Let's say you go to that plain old whoopie party, right? And you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna enhance this instead. What would happen if you came across somebody else that had a week and they were real shaky, but you were there? See, you don't know. You just don't know. Just like this. When I come on here, I could have 0 people or I could have 4 people. It's usually never more than that, right? When I have 0 people, it tends not to go as long. But when there are people here, I still feel that connection because I see that number 2 and I know people are listening, right? Well, just imagine all the people that would not have been affected if I would not have done this. I've done this almost every single day for coming up on 5 years now. So just imagine if I wouldn't have done it. Where would I be? Many of us keep liquors in our home. I don't. We often need to carry a green recruit through severe hangover. We don't need to do that as much or ever. Detox is the best place for it now. Okay. If that person dies under your care, you're not going to be legally in trouble, but gosh, that's going to, okay. Some of us still serve it to our friends, provided they are not alcoholic. But some of us think we should just not serve liquor to anyone. That's me. I don't feel that liquor, if you ask me to go get you a beer, the answer is going to be no. Go get it yourself. Sorry. I just won't. That'd be like saying, hey, will you grab my crack pipe? No, I'm not going to do that either. Because alcohol for anybody in any form is no good. I know that. So no, I won't. We never argue this question. We feel that each family, in the light of their own circumstances, ought to decide for themselves, right? So, the thing is there's no alcohol allowed in the house, but that wasn't my rule. It was my wife's rule, right? And it was from when I was drinking, okay? And the rule in the house, and I keep it to this day, and I keep it to this day because it keeps me accountable. Yes, 7.5 years into my sobriety, I still use that as accountability. Not allowed to smoke in the house either, so I don't, right? I respect the house. And I do that every day. Every day. Step 1, right? When we're praying in the morning. All right. We are careful never to show intolerance or hatred of drinking as an institution, right? Can't hate drinking. Oh, okay. Experience shows that such an attitude is not helpful to anyone. That nobody wants a wet towel at a party. Okay, drinking or not, nobody wants a wet towel. And honestly, didn't we do enough with our drinking at parties already just to go back and be like, I'm not allowed to have fun no more? Then don't go there. Go bowling. Okay, go bowling. That's what I could do. Okay. I haven't been in a while. I think I want to start a bowling league. All right. Every new alcoholic looks for this spirit among us and is immensely relieved when he finds we are not witch burners. A spirit of intolerance might repel alcoholic whose lives could have been saved had it not been for such stupidity. We could not even do the cause of temperate drinking any good, for not one drinker in 1,000 likes to be told anything about alcohol by one who hates it. You know, nothing worse than an ex-smoker to smokers. That's the saying. Something had gone through my brain, always went through my mind. Oh, yes, I was talking to somebody on the phone. I was doing a pre-12th step call. Okay. One of my friends works with somebody and their son needs help. And I was talking with this young lady, calling her a young lady. She's my age, but we had a great talk, right? And it's fantastic. Her son is willing to get help. Seems like a great kid, right? And what I told her is, okay, we're going to start this process, but there's a problem. And I know it's going to happen. The kid's a binge drinker. It is harder for binge drinkers. Okay. It's different for binge drinkers. Okay. So I told her there might be slips during this. Okay. But what we do not do is give shame over it. Okay. They made a mistake. We're going to move forward. And that's how we work. Right. I need to send her the Al-Anon stuff as soon as I'm done. Okay. I already said I would do it. I haven't done it yet. Okay. All right. Someday we hope Alcoholics Anonymous will help the public to better realization of the gravity of the alcohol problem. But we shall be of little use if our attitude is one of bitterness or hostility. Drinkers will not stand for it. We won't. You too. Love you. After all, our problems were of our own making. Bottles were only a symbol. Besides, we have stopped fighting anybody or anything. We have to. All right. Good stuff. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I need to send this Al-Anon stuff over to somebody before I forget. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Ingrid and Patricia, it was good to have you. I love you all, even you rewatchers. I love you just as much. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.